All right, and the dust has settled. Looking back, how vital was that win against Azerbaijan?
Oh, it was huge. You know, delighted with the win. The bits of play where we played well, I was delighted with. The character, the fitness of the lads going towards the end, and no, really pleased with the result, and obviously with the 3 points.
It must be tough being a manager. Before the game, we're all going on about it's a must-win. You win the game, and then people are complaining about the performance. So you must win. You can't win in one sense. No,
I mean, you know, fans come, Azerbaijan at home. You know, easy victory. It doesn't work like that. You know, they faced the World Cup finalists and give them a game. You know, it was the same score, same result. But I understand the fans. They see Dan James on fire, Gareth Bale on fire, scoring again, and they expect us to win easy. But no, it's no easy games in international football. You know, and Wales have never been a team that blow away other countries. You know, in my tenureship, it's been Republic, China. They're the exceptions. You know, we're never going to blow teams away, and we will every now and again. But you know, it's always we need to play well. Need that little bit of luck that we got the other night. Every team needs luck. So, no, I was delighted.
Maybe because the way they played against the Republic in that first competitive game, people had a glimpse of what this team can do. And when it doesn't happen, maybe that's why they get frustrated. I guess the challenge for you as a manager, the headache as well, is getting that out of them more often. But how much of a challenge is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when you have a good performance, then the next one you're never going to get the same 11. I've realised that now. But you know, you want maybe a couple of changes. That's not the case. You know, it's always been 4 or 5 changes. On this camp, the first game, I wanted players who were playing, who were in good form. There was only Ethan and Wayne who aren't playing. And then that gave me a chance for players to play 90 minutes. I'm not having to change them because of fitness reasons. And that worked because, you know, see Johnny Williams come on, made an impact. So I was able to make a tactical change, put on a player who could change the game, and he did. You know, he got the crowd up, he was running at people, he was making things happen. So, yeah, I was delighted with the fitness of the lads, but also I had choices on the bench, you know, players who can come on and change the game.
You mentioned happy with the result, not so happy with the performance, didn't stick to the game plan. What did go wrong with the performance-wise then, do you think? No, I mean, you watch a game live and then you watch it back, and it's never that good. If you think it's brilliant, it's never that bad if you think it's bad. And no, I think the problem was when we did play well, it looked good, but it was no in between. It was either really good or really bad. And sometimes that comes from players not playing together, striking up relationships. Joe Roden, Chris Mepham, I think they may have played once in the 21s. Neil Taylor, Dan James, first time they've played together. So it's difficult trying to implement a game plan, and also the opposition making it difficult for you. But no, you learn, and yeah, hopefully it's a lot better on Monday, where we have more consistency. We do the things that we've said more often than not. And the reaction after was, it looks like Wales have no plan, which is obviously, of course there's a plan going into the game. Joe, what before the game against Azerbaijan, in your head, is it like a 4-2-4 or 4-3-1? What sort of formation was the ideal one for that game before the kick-off, do you think? Yeah, again, you have to look at what the team are doing. They've obviously looked at our games and they try and stop you. You know, they played 2 full-backs, obviously to try and stop Dan James in that position. We knew that they were going to be decent on the counter-attack, and they counter-attacked a few times but never really hurt us. But no, our game plan is to move the ball quickly, be patient, move it from side to side, let them run, and we were too often in a hurry to get the ball forward, and every time we kept the ball for amount of time, we created chances, the spaces come. And getting our better players on the ball, getting them in them little pockets, having runs in behind. But it's not easy. You know, it's not easy. I have 2 training sessions, show the lads a couple of videos that we've been watching for months, and you expect them to get it straight away. It's not going to happen overnight. But overall, I was delighted with a lot of the performances, and like you were saying, that 3 points, which was vital. You mentioned the time you have with players, so I guess this time now, since Azerbaijan, and the game against Belarus must be very valuable for you as a manager.
Yeah, it is, because you want to see players who performed well the other day go again potentially, or players who didn't do what you asked, see if they can learn. We've watched the game back, watched what we can do better, see if they've learned from it. So, and also bringing a little bit of freshness. There was a lot of players who missed out, who were unlucky because they've impressed in training, or they've done well so far this season. So yeah, these are all the things that I take into account when we pick the team.
Has Friday night changed the way you look towards the Belarus game? As the performance meant you might change a few things in the friendly?
No, I mean, it's looking first and foremost to win the game, but being sensible as well. You know, you look at the likes of Tom Lawrence, he plays Friday for Derby. You know, can he play Friday, Monday, Friday? Is that unfair on him? And like I say, just players who you want to maybe see again. Maybe it just wasn't their night. Okay, show me that you can do it. It can happen. Yes, there's lots of things that we take into consideration, and also looking at the opposition, how we can hurt them.
I just read actually, Joe Allen said there was a bit of a raised voices at half-time maybe. We're not mentioning the hair dry treatment like Fergie said, but it's Joe said it sounds like you gave them a bit of not a talking to, but a motivational speech, shall we say. Is that because you always look very relaxed, but obviously behind closed doors it can be a different story at times?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you lose your temper for the right reasons, frustration, or sometimes players need that, but not for the sake of it. You know, for reasons, sometimes it can be frustration, but it's not just flying off the handle for no reason. There's got to be a point behind it. And you know, sometimes you can play well and be unlucky, and players come in and think, oh, we're going to get shouted at, but you know, actually you're proud of them, what they've done, what they've achieved. So that was the case against Denmark at home. I thought we played really well, we just didn't have that luck, and fair play, you can lose games, you know, you're not a team that has to win every game. But no, I was a bit frustrated at the first half because of the reasons I've given. You know, we weren't doing the things that we worked on. So yeah, I'm hoping that'll change on Monday.
Fabulous. Just finally, I know you put pressure on yourself to qualify, the standards are very high. Do you feel outside pressure to get this team to Euros as well?
Yeah, you're manager of your country, you know, if you don't feel pressure then it'd be very strange. But I also believe in myself, I believe in my staff, I believe in my players, and I think the fans in general recognise what we're trying to do. You know, I don't want in a year's time players who are coming to the end of their career and then you're having to bring another team in who have got no experience. I talk about exposing players. Dan James played against Albania. We got beat 1-0. Now look at him. Now I'm not saying that's the whole reason, but sometimes you have to experience disappointments to then go forward. So Joe Roden, he had a frustrating year last year. He started the year on fire. Good pre-season, playing well for Swansea, and you see now what he's like. So yeah, you feel pressure because the expectations from a couple of years ago, the talent within the squad, I expect the players to do better, and but it's not easy. It's not easy, but with the talent that we've got, yeah, we need to be playing better more often than not.
Brilliant, thanks for your time.